All right, back here on Study Ball. We're going to continue on our little breakdown of Dak Prescott. We looked at a lot of the really good things that he did yesterday on our Study Ball. Now we're coming back in part two here. We're going to look at some of the things that he needs to improve on as he moves forward. Okay, so we've got a little double seam combination, stops, comebacks on the outside with this check down over the ball. Like him to get to the point where sometimes he falls in love with things that are going to the inside and trying to get those big chunk throws between the numbers as we saw yesterday. I want to see him simplify the game a little bit more. It's going to help him make some of these more routine plays. So you get quarters, really tight throws coming in here on the seam. These outside linebackers are taught to try to match coverage with the number two so they stay tucked inside. See quarters in this double seam. Love to see him get outside right now and make one of those throws to the outside. See it either way, here, here. Both of these guys are turned back to the inside. That's where your throw is. The one thing that he does well is, even though he doesn't read it that way early, he at least finds his check down and get rid of this instead of taking a sack there. But would love to see him peek, get outside. Even if you're peeking inside, get outside right now. Then know where your check down is. Get the ball out of your hands. This should be a completion some way, shape, or form. Plenty of time right here. Turns into an incompletion. Nice job just throwing this thing away and giving his guy an opportunity. But too many opportunities here. Like to see him process that and get through it and make the game simpler in that situation. Here's another one. He looks to the right. So he's got the cover two. He's got an in and an under. He's going to have this under right here, looking to the right. See it? Take it. Make the game easier. There it is right there. Right there. There it is. Take it right now. You look to that side. Complete it. Otherwise, get to your check down right now. Instead, he goes from the right side all the way back to the left side and turns into a bad decision, right? Should be reading this guy, but because he read to the right first, doesn't really see all of that. Now he's moving, tries to force it in here. It actually turns into a completion off the tip. But read back to this side should be this defender. He should be hitting the comeback out here right now. But because he started to the right, he got stuck and wasn't able to process it. But if you start to the right, stay to the right. You get what you want. You get this. Hit that outside under or slant. If not, get it right to your back right now. Don't put the ball in harm's way. Like I said, tipped, boom, gets caught. But not a real good decision right there in processing that information and getting the ball out. All right, so here's a situation where he's going to have this, a curl, and a swing to that side, and a 72 combination to this side. Now, he actually makes this work, but I would like to see the recognition a little bit better. Now, you may see the off coverage and think I've got matchups that I want over there. I like the fact that, see the corner that's way off. You got a curl, you got a swing. You should have an easy completion over to the other side instead of making it harder on yourself. And it's really kind of hard to tell because this guy's playing zone. This is a man beater, but he could see that as man and man there. And this is just kind of a cop guy. And then they're meshing over here. But I always like this soft throw, off throw, guy turning around, easier throw instead of having to try to fight it in there, even though he makes another one of those great second level throws. I like it. Able to fit it in there. Nice flat route at the top to make himself quarterback friendly. But like to see him be able to recognize some of these things a little bit better and be able to find the easier throw. Make the game easier on yourself. Okay, another one of these situations where really got to know what you're seeing. He's trying to sell this out to the front side with his eyes. Now, he's got a hook and a comeback. He could come right out to his comeback out here. He's trying to move this guy backside, which he actually does move him a little bit. But you see how tight that window still is, trying to fit it in there. Tries to jam it in the backside. Not a great route at the top. Like to see that receiver flatten a little bit. That might have helped him a little bit there. But read on this play probably tells me when I see this safety down in this position, go ahead and read outside to the front side, come back to stick. Don't try to do too much. As we keep saying, make the game simpler. Make the game simpler for yourself instead of trying to always make the tough throw or the big play. Make the game simpler on yourself. All right, so we've got what we call an inside fade here. Okay, so we're trying to hold that free safety and throw the inside fade. Comes back and he goes, oh, I got tight man coverage. And so that should be a good play. And it should be a good play. But what I don't like is that sometimes you'll see him get caught going, okay, I'm going to throw it to this guy. Kind of like the last play. I think he came out and he said to himself, I'm going to try to work that safety. I'm going to come back and jam that in on the backside. Well, and then trying to do that leads to an interception because it probably isn't where he should be going. Here he's saying, well, I should have this because it's an inside fade. But don't just go back and blindly throw stuff. So he tries to hold the free safety. When he goes to that fade, look at this relationship. There's no chance there with this guy staying high, pushing him outside the numbers, that you're going to get this throw. See that? Come off of that to your underneath checkdowns in a situation like that instead of just trying to launch it up there into a situation where you really don't have a chance. The ability to be able to have an idea, but then process through the course of the play becomes important. Instead of predetermining where I'm going to go with this throw, still got to peek at it, still see if it wins, and then be able to get off of it. And we'll look at one more, very similar. So now it's the inside fade once again here. So we like the press on the last play, but I still have to see what his relationship is after the snap. Does he win? Now in an off position, I'm not as excited about this play because he's got to chase it down so much and get on top of him and make the read off of that or make the move off of that. Now, doesn't mean you can't win, but seeing the relationship, seeing what's going on here, right? He's got pressure coming off here, pressure. So with pressure there, got to see the pressure first. There's an uncovered guy right here in the middle that's his hot guy. He can pop it right to him right now. Instead, he gets stuck over here into a bad relationship because he's got to wait. This guy just holds him off. The receiver never quite gets to him. So now we're just once again jamming the ball up to a situation where we don't have a good relationship. See this right here? That's the throw right there. That's the throw right there. Don't make your decision beforehand. You can have an idea, have a plan. Okay, I think I want to go to the inside fade. Now I got to see the pressure. See the pressure. Now I've got to decide, okay, do I hit this quick one? Are they covering that? Can I still have time to hit this? Do I come off and hit one of these quick guys to the outside? But if you go in saying I'm going to throw this outside fade because I got one-on-one, you're going to get yourself stuck. That's what we've seen on this tape. A number of times him trying to decide ahead of time what he wants to throw, and it gets him in trouble at times, an area where he needs to continue to get better. Still young. We saw all the great stuff that he's doing, but would like to see him be able to go up and have a little better plan after the snap with what he's seeing and how to react to it.